Ian, a cruel way to lose a cup tie, but another really entertaining and tight game between the two of you.
Yeah, it was. I think we saw from the first game that this was going to be a tight one. I think it was always going to be an entertaining game. I thought actually the first half was a little bit boring, if I'm honest. I was a little bit bored. We didn't play with enough purpose or intensity. But I didn't think they did massively either. But they got the goal, and I guess for them they were quite happy to kind of contain the tempo a little bit. I think when we came out and pressed a bit higher, more aggressively, and started to play with a bit more purpose, I thought in the second half we looked really good, really good. I thought we had some really. I think especially after we scored, it did look like we were maybe going to go on and win it. Their keeper made a brilliant save. To be fair, Pato made a great save at the other end, and yeah, it could have really gone out either way. But I think on the balance, I was happy with our performance.
Did you? It's weird because it couldn't have ended in a draw. Did it feel like a draw would have been the right result?
It looked that way, and I think we were all looking around with so many games at extra time and looming. So I'd rather extra time than lost, of course. But yeah, it looked like maybe a draw. It was going to be how it finished. But I was a bit disappointed with the goal at the end. I thought we should have dealt and cleared with it earlier on in that phase. But other than that, I can't fault the lads. I thought in the second half they were magnificent. I thought we played some really good football. Brave, quick passing, and we looked good.
We spoke about the impact of the substitutions at the weekend and how they really helped and benefited the game. Did we see that tonight in the fact that they had perhaps greater strength in depth because they're a league side, bigger budget, that sort of stuff, that they were able to well, first of all, make more subs, but also they just had greater options on the bench?
I think that's not to do with our squad. I think it's just to do with the fact that Lacey picked up a back injury, Carl Cameron and Jim are sick, so that's three players really that could definitely influence the game. So yeah, it's sad that we don't have them, but I still thought the players that came on, I thought Cal was brilliant when he came on, absolutely brilliant. Dion comes in and gives us something as well. So yeah, for me, I have to look at the performance. The result is really disappointing, but I felt on the balance of certainly over 2 games against a very good team, I think we've performed excellently.
What pleased you the most about it?
Just how we approached the second half, how we pressed. I thought we pressed with much more intensity, more aggression, and I thought we shifted the ball well. We took risks at the back. I know that we take risks at the back, but I don't care about that. We're going to lose a few balls when we pass out, but you see when it works and we break out of that press, it looks so good and we look so dynamic. So I want us to keep doing that, and I think you could see that they respected us a lot, and I say well done to Rochdale, and I wish them all the best in the next round.
Words travelling as well, because the area up there in the Derek Pavis stand where you get people from other teams, scouts and other managers, seems as busy as I've ever seen it right now, and there's a lot of familiar faces up there tonight.
Yeah, I know. We should maybe lock the doors. No, lock the doors. Yeah, I think we're playing great stuff. I really do. I think people recognise that. We've got a lot of young players, a lot of talented players, so it doesn't surprise me at all that the box full of scouts has got many familiar faces in there. That means we're doing something right, and we should be pleased with that, and that's credit to the players. So, yeah, maybe we can shut the doors next time.
Blindfold them when they get it. This is probably a question for later on towards January, but is that a bit of a something that you are thinking about? Is there any concern that there might be some offers for some of your better players in January?
Oh, there might be, but they're our players, and we don't have to do anything with them, and everybody's happy in there. I think the players are enjoying their football. You can see that from the way that they play, and we're really ambitious with what we're doing at the club. So I think we're all in a good place. So I don't think too much about that. I only think about trying to get stronger then.
Sorry, so back to the football tonight then. As we mentioned, cruel way to lose the game. There were so many positives to take out of it, and then there's obviously that cruel way to lose the game right at the death there. How do you make sure that going back into the league, the positives get taken out of the game and not the negative in the way of losing the game right at the end?
Well, I mean, naturally the players will be flat in this moment because that's normal after a game, but we just talked in there and said, listen, the result is one thing, but we have to take so many things from the performance there, and we can't spend too long on it really. We play 2 really big games away, Eastleigh and Boreham Wood next, and I think we just got to now we focus on the league. I know it's like we'd rather be in the cup, but now that's done, then we just turn all of our focus onto the league, and we put all our energies into that, and go for. We need the same kind of a performance. Tighten up on one or two things at the weekend, and I'm sure it'll be good.
How disappointed not to get through to the next round?
Yeah, hugely, because of course the tie was. I think Plymouth had gone through. I saw Plymouth had gone through, so it would have been really exciting to go and see where we're at. I mean, I think we've gone toe to toe with the League Two club there over 2 games and shown our qualities. It would have been really nice to go and see where we're at. It's just more reference points for us on how we're progressing, but it's not to be, so we have to wait for next year for the big one.
Yeah, and a club that were in League One last year with, I'm sure, a lot of players that were contracted from then to now. A bit of housekeeping, no Jim O'Brien, no Kyle Cameron, no Alex Lacey. How likely are they to be available for the weekend?
I'm not sure. Lacey obviously felt something in his back middle of the last game, which is why he came out, although I thought he played really well. We'll see how he is during the week. Maybe he's available at the weekend. Kyle Cameron should be available at the weekend. I think he's much better now, and possibly Jim O'Brien will have to see.